Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello, everybody. I am Shane.
And I am Karen. Today, we are looking at part A of Life in a Smart Home. Well, what does it mean when I say life in a smart home?
This means that your home gets really good grades when it takes tests. Yeah, but smart just means that, you can control things in your home.
It's kind of like having a smartphone, right?
Exactly. So our phone, that's probably the best example of something a device that everybody has that is smart.
That's right.
And it means that we can talk to it, it can do tasks for us. It's just smart.
Do you live in a smart home? Because I don't. I have to do everything myself.
Actually, when I did new construction, so I built, kind of rebuilt my house a couple of years ago. So I did put in some things to make my house smart.
Like what?
Well, for example, like smart lighting.
Okay, so when you say smart lighting, that means you don't actually have to go to the light switch to turn it on and turn it off?
Yeah, you could just tell it to turn on and it
By
turns
talking?
on by just talking to it.
Wow!
So it's really nice if you want to make it a little bit darker in the house or brighter in the house. You don't have to get up and switch the switch and it can dim, like get really light, and it's actually really wonderful.
So it's very convenient. You don't really have to leave your seat, right?
Yeah, you don't have to leave your seat ever, so you can just stay on the sofa all the time.
So would you be lazy?
Yeah, that's the point.
So I don't know if it's a good thing.
All right, let's get into part A.
All right.
Alex and Edna are trying out their smart speaker.
Just think, with this smart speaker, we're joining the over 300 million smart homes around the world.
Cool. So, did you finish linking everything?
The smart lighting, thermostat, and TV are good to go.
Okay. So, what should our first command be?
So today we are looking at part A of Life in a Smart Home. So we're looking at this dialogue between two characters, Alex and Edna. Alex and Edna are trying out their smart speaker. So what does it mean when I say that they are trying out their smart speaker?
If you try out something, that just means that you test something to see how it works, if it works.
That's right.
How to use it. That's basically what it means. So you can, for example, try out your new shoes to see how they fit and how comfortable they are, right? Okay. An example would be I tried out the computer and it works fine.
Just kind of test it out, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like testing. Yeah, and so they've got a smart speaker. Oh, interesting. Okay, so Alex begins the conversation by saying, just think, with this smart speaker, we're joining the over 300 million smart homes around the world.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool.
300 million smart homes. But I've noticed in Taiwan, not very many people have smart homes.
I know. I don't know too many people who live in a smart home in Taiwan either. Okay, other than you, that's right.
But when I wanted to have a smart home, basically, I had to figure everything out myself because the person who was doing the job for me didn't have any experience with smart homes. In America, smart homes are very common.
Ah, okay. So a lot of people live in smart homes in America.
That's right.
Okay, so now Edna, the other character, says, cool. So did you finish linking everything? Okay, so before it starts, you start testing it out, you have to link everything first, right? So to link, that is a verb. It just means to join or connect two or more things together. So for example, you could say a bridge links the island to the mainland.
Yeah, and if we're talking about smart things, it's quite common. You have to link your smartphone to, for example, your Bluetooth headphones, right?
That's right.
So when you connect them together, that's called to link them together.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so what's his name?
Alex. So now Alex says,
the smart lighting, thermostat, and TV are good to go. Wow.
Wow.
So they've got a smart lighting, a smart thermostat, and TV are good to go. So a thermostat is something that you use to control the temperature.
Oh, like how hot
in your
and how
house.
cold, right?
Yes, basically, right.
And good to go, when you say they're good to go, that means?
Well, that just means they're in good working order. They're in good shape. They're ready to use, right? So, for example, if I'm going to be going out to have a nice dinner, I need to dress up. I get myself dressed up and say, okay, I'm good to go.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, so now Edna says, okay, so what should our first command be? So command, basically it's a direct order that is given to the person or the device being spoken to. So in this case, it would be the device, right?
Right.
For example, it could be clean your room. That is a command, right? Or sweep the floor. That's a command. Play some music.
Up.
Cannot tell people to shut up.
You can't tell people to shut up?
No, that's not very nice.
I'm in trouble because I've told a lot of people to shut up.
That's right. So giving command, that means giving a direct order, telling them what you want them to do, right?
Right, exactly. So do you have any of those smart appliances that they talked about there? A smart TV?
Actually, I do have a smart TV.
Ooh!
How about you?
You do have a smart TV. My TV is also smart. But I guess my air conditioning, I can control with my phone.
Okay.
So I guess that's kind of like the thermostat because I think usually houses in maybe America or Canada or something like that, they won't have an air conditioner in each room.
That's right.
They call central heating or central cooling just means that it's throughout the whole house all at once, not room by room.
In Canada as well.
Yeah, so I guess I also have a smart thermostat, but you wouldn't call that a thermostat. Thermostat really is something usually on the wall, and then you can basically, before it was smart, you just tell it what temperature you want it to be, and it will do it for you.
All right.
Okay, why don't we take a short break and we'll be right back.
Okay.
I have an idea. AB Seeker, turn the lights down and play some jazz music.
Look, it's doing it! How marvelous.
Yeah. But now it's too dark in here. AV Seeker, turn up the lights.
And AB Seeker, turn off the music and turn on the TV.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
So before the break, we were looking at this dialogue between Alex and Edna.
Right.
So they're trying out their new speaker. And Edna was wondering, did you finish linking everything? And Alex says, yes, we got smart lighting, TV, and also thermostat are all good to go. And right now, they're trying to figure out what their first command is going to be.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty exciting when you first get to use it and watch the magic happen. It's kind of like magic.
That's right.
Okay, so Alex begins by saying, I have an idea. ABC seeker, turn the lights down and play some jazz music. So he's talking, that's the command that he's using is ABC seeker, right? Is the name that he will say. So like, when you have a smart device, usually you need some word that you say so it starts listening to you.
That's
it
right.
knows that you're talking to it.
It's kind of like, hey Siri, right?
Right, exactly. So we have the word jazz here. So jazz is a noun. Okay, now it's a form of music, right? A type of music. And it's really has like strong, maybe complicated rhythms and sounds. And it started back with African Americans in the late 1800s.
Ooh, okay.
And what's cool about jazz musicians is they often will add notes or make up parts as they play. So they kind of go a little bit freestyle and it makes it very fun and playful.
That's right.
Yes. So for example, I could say, I like to listen to jazz music while I take a bath. That's true.
Nice and relaxing, right?
Whenever I take a bath, I listen to some jazz music to relax me or just put me in the right mood.
All right, so back to the dialogue now. Now Edna says, look, it's doing it. How marvelous. Okay, so she's obviously very surprised to see things working. So marvelous. What does it mean? That's an adjective. Basically, it just means extremely good, very, very good, or something that's enjoyable, very wonderful.
Amazing.
Exactly, fantastic. So you can say, we had a marvelous time at the party. That means we had a wonderful, fantastic time at the party.
Lots of good foods, lots of good drinks, lots of great conversation. It was just marvelous.
That's right.
Okay, so Alex then says, yeah, but now it's too dark in here. ABC seeker, turn up the lights.
Oh.
So now he says it's too dark and he wants the lighting to go up to get brighter.
And he can just do that by talking and giving commands, right? So now Edna says, and ABC seeker, turn off the music and turn on the TV. Wow, they can do basically everything without standing up or walking to the TV or getting the remote control. They're doing this just by giving the commands, right?
It's really cool. You need to make your home more smart.
I know.
Okay, well that's all the time we have for part 1, but we will be joining you in part 2. So we'll see you then.
See you then.
Alex and Edna are trying out their smart speaker.
Just think, with this smart speaker, we're joining the over 300 million smart homes around the world.
Cool. So, did you finish linking everything?
The smart lighting, thermostat, and TV are good to go.
Okay. So, what should our first command be?
I have an idea. ABC seeker, turn the lights down and play some jazz music.
Look, it's doing it! How marvelous.
Yeah, but now it's too dark in here. AV Seeker, turn up the lights.
And AB Seeker, turn off the music and turn on the TV.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 link 动词连接。You can link the speaker to your phone. 你可以将喇叭连接到手机上。下一个单字 command 名词指令命令。The teacher gave a command to turn off all the lights. 老师下令关掉所有的灯。下一个单字 jazz 名词爵士乐。Eddie enjoys listening to jazz. Eddie 喜欢听爵士乐。最后一个单字 marvelous 形容词绝妙的极好的。The view from the mountain is truly marvelous. 从山上看出去的景色真是绝妙。Truly 指的就是真实的。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 try out 试用，这是一个可以分开的动词片语。我们来看看这个例句。You can try out the new app for free this week. 你可以本周免费试用这个新的应用程式。App 指的就是应用程式。下一个文法 good to go 准备好的，相当于 ready。我们来看看这个例句。After packing all the things, we were good to go. 打包好所有东西后，我们准备好了。最后一个文法 What should something be? 某事物应该是什么？常用来询问对方的建议、计划或者是事情的步骤。我们来看看这个对话。What should the theme of the party be? 派对的主题应该是什么？ It should be something fun and colorful. 应该是有趣又缤纷的东西。Theme 指的就是主题。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
So the marketing campaign results are looking pretty decent. Social engagement is definitely up this month.
And our website traffic is up by 10%. People seem to be very interested in what we're putting out.
There's definitely interest there, but I think we should talk about the elephant in the room.
Elephant in the room? There's no elephant here.
No, it's just an expression that means there's something very obvious that we're not talking about, like how sales have been dropping these past few months.
All right, that. Yeah, I guess we can't avoid it anymore. Let's schedule a meeting tomorrow and face it head on.
Welcome back. Today's idiom is elephant in the room.
It refers to an obvious problem or difficult situation that people avoid discussing.
Right, it's like there's a huge elephant in the room, but everyone pretends it's not there.
The phrase is typically used to describe topics that make people feel uncomfortable or embarrassed.
For instance, if a couple is having relationship problems and all their friends know, but no one talks about it, that's the elephant in the room.
Or if your company is struggling financially, but no one brings it up, you could say, we need to address the elephant in the room, our company's financial crisis.
Exactly. And since these issues won't just disappear on their own, it's better to tackle them head on rather than ignoring them.
So next time, if you encounter a situation where there's an elephant in the room, try to find a way to bring it up and discuss it openly.
That's all for today.
I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.